Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Next bus coming, you on the way.
Come on in, come on in. Welcome to Sports Talk with B. Watts, with your own uncle. This is the first uncle here, and we are going to be having tonight. I'm the first uncle, but I'm not Clarence, nor am I related to Tom. So we're going to get here and we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to have a great time. But tonight, oh, look at all these beautiful people. Tonight Uncle going to have the State of the Union tonight. It's going to be the State of the Union in Cleveland regarding QB1, and that's 12 for people who don't know. So I want to say hello, my wonderful people. It's always good to see you. I love CC. Holla if you hear me. Put it in that chat if you hear me. I love CC. Let's go with joyful. Boy, that's beautiful. Miss Phyllis, it's always nice to see you. Carolyn Nash, make it do what it do. Miss Beverly Knight, it is also Wayne Hood is all good. Miss Latrice, I tell you, y'all look good out here. Y'all look good. Cheryl, I love it. I love it. I love that C. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at Miss Patty. Patty Lee. Wayne Hood, my dog. He said my dog. His dog is B. Watts. We just here. But we want to welcome everybody in. How you doing? Ring my bell. Always good to see. What I tell you, y'all the faithful. Y'all are the faithful. We can depend on y'all. What's going on, Steel? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Steel T Dub. I tell you, boy, I tell you, you're a bad one right there. Miss Dawn, I'm telling you, Timothy, I see you everywhere, young fella. I see you everywhere. OFB. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm running the show tonight. And we're going to get loose. We might get a little crazy. What's going on, Mr. JR Boxing? How you doing, sir?
What up, Mark? I heard you say you're giving that State of the Union, man.
Oh, yeah. Without the lies. Without the lie. We ain't lying tonight. We ain't going to lie to you all night. And the other good thing is this one here. We ain't going all night. We ain't going to be blowing. Hey, we ain't going up there where they going to be giving standing ovations all night. We're not having that. We're not having that. Come on, folks. We're not putting a show, but we got the man himself, the man who is the king of Instagram, the man who gets on there and the biggest cheerleader of all cheerleaders, the man who loves running quarterback, the man who believes in old Josh Allen, the one and only Mr. Candy Liquor himself. We introducing Sports Talk with B. Watts.
What it do? What's up, JR? What's up, What's up, Jack?
Oh, man. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. B. Watts, when I tell you, man, I look into the chat, and when I tell look, Miss Phyllis now, when I tell you, B. Watts, you got some loyal fans out here and chat members. And when I tell you what I like about your show is this one here, because this is Sports Talk with B. Watts. And JR, I love what you bring to the show because y'all do it, man. I just come in and just join. But what I like about the show is this one here. This here was homegrown. You know what I'm saying? It's that bluegrass type thing where people just got together and they felt the connection, and they're doing it because they truly care. Other places, ain't no knock on other places, but to be honest with you, other places they go there because, hey, people got fanfare, they got a little notoriety and stuff like this. But we are your everyday people. We your neighbor, we your co-worker, we your friend. You'll be able to sit down with us and eat dinner. We could go to Root Chris. We could go to Texas Longhorn.
Damn, Root Chris?
Yeah. We could go. Bro. Hey, let me put it to you this way. Let me tell you this way. When you're with family, when I'm with my family, and I tell them I'm gonna take them somewhere, They ain't got to worry about no ticket. If I tell you I'm gonna take you, I got it.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me to go with you, I'm still gonna pay for mine, but I ain't paying for yours. because what'll happen is this one here, because I got people that know me. Come on, man, let's go. No, dog, because you won't eat what you normally eat. You normally eat a ham sandwich when you go. If I take you, you want to get the best. You up there eat filet mignon, and I don't mind because you deserve it. Hey, blessings to everyone. But let's get this thing started. Boy, I tell you, they still coming in. Come on in. I like that. What's her name right there? Miss Thomas. That's what I'm talking about. I like, boy, y'all got some looks, I'm telling you. Cordelia. Hey. I do not want to Miss Latrice. But I'm telling you, when I say y'all got some night, and my man at 50 grand. Coach Dre is in the building. Coach Dre is in the building. What's up? Always good to see you. But let's get this thing started, man, because people didn't come here. They came here to make sure that we spread the gospel. And the gospel tonight is the State of the Union. And the State of the Union pertains to this one here. And I'm going to go to you first. B. Watts like closing the show. So I'm going to let B. Watts go second because I want to make sure he gets to get his point across, because if not, he going to mute me and he going to do all the other stuff. So we know how he do. He got a little 47 in it. But this is where I'm going to start it with. We need to understand that if you don't stand up against wrong or people lying, you're complicit to those people's actions. When people lie and doing wrong and you say nothing, you're complicit, because you saying basically it's okay. It's not okay with me. And people are like, well, why are you starting with that, Unc? This is where I'm starting, because what they're doing in Cleveland is wrong and they lying. Let's go with this one here. JR, I'm gonna start with you. JR, you got you a young quarterback and you own the organization. What would you do if you had a first or second year quarterback and he was in your stable? What would you do for him offensively if you ran that organization? Please educate us and the people in the chat what a good organization would do when they have a young quarterback. The floor is yours, Mr. J.R. Box.
Well, what a good organization would do, first thing they would do is determine if the quarterback they got is going to be their franchise guy. That's the first thing they got to do if they're a good organization. Now, the determination has been made from my eyes, from my vantage point. The first person to greet their new head coach in Cleveland was your starting quarterback at the end of the season. But this Cleveland, so we don't know what Cleveland about. But if they have deemed him to be a guy that we're gonna build around, we're talking about 12, then you're gonna get some protection up front. Because last time I heard, and B. Watts preached about it a few days ago, last time I heard, all 5 of the people that was on that offensive line to end the year, they gone. They won't be welcome back in Cleveland. So if it's me, Uncle Steve, and you put me in charge, I'm the director of scouting and draft for the Cleveland Browns, we're gonna get some help up front. That's what we're gonna do first. Well, it don't matter who you got back there at that point.
JR, what I'm gonna start it off first. This ain't the Cleveland Browns. I'm saying for any organization. I'm saying you have your quarterback, and I'm talking about regardless. You have a young quarterback that you just got, and you've deemed that, whether you deemed him your quarterback or not, as far as QB1, but that's the quarterback that you have in-house on your roster. What are you going to do for that quarterback if you have him in your organization? That's the question right now. Then I'm gonna move on to the next part of it.
Well, yeah, I'll just build an offensive line. I would take a playbook out of Dallas playbook. Years ago when Tony Romo was the quarterback coming in, they built up the offensive line. So it was pretty much solid going forward. It didn't matter who you put back there. The offensive line was so stout, I could have been back there, B. Watts, and got it off. Romo had a productive career. got hurt at the end. In comes a fourth round pick and Dak Prescott. You put him back there. Offensive line already built out. They just kept on rolling from there. So if you ask me, Uncle Steve, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that O line. I'm gonna get that. Set that protection up front. Get some people drafted up front. Bring in some free agents up front, and get that part of the organization established first.
My go. All right. Appreciate it. Hey, that's a good take, JR. But the first thing I'm gonna do, call a press conference. Yeah. Mary Kate, bring it on. Ask me what you want to ask. Mess around and ask B. Watt who the starting quarterback is. I'm gonna give you what you want. Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders out the gate. That's the first thing I would do. I will kill down the noise because I saw what Kevin Stefanski went through. I am not finna go back what he went through. First of all, I'm gonna bring Shedeur in and all the quarterbacks and give Shedeur a vote of confidence, saying, hey, you my quarterback. We gonna build around you. You got 1 year. Rest of y'all fight for the bag up quarterback. Everybody understand. Ain't no guessing. I ain't trying to fool you. I ain't finna fool the media. And then the next step, I'm gonna do what JR said. You can't win without an offensive line. Colorado, Juju, whoever, you ain't gonna win if your offensive line ain't right. It don't matter what team it is. Houston, I just saw them in the playoffs. JR,
Offensive line, terrible.
TJ, he was on the run. The offensive line wasn't no good. Man, you cannot win without an offensive line, no matter what. Dallas Cowboy, Nate Newton. What? Hall of Famer. Might be in prison, but hey, he is what he is. He was a Hall of Famer, okay? Big William, number 79. Man, them was some studs over there. Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer. Why? They ran the ball. You got to have an offensive line. You got to build your offensive line. If Andrew Berry don't do nothing this offseason, get him an offensive line. Anybody can catch the ball if he got time to open and throw it to him. Got to get an offensive line. Back to you, Uncle Steve.
Well, the reason I did that, B. Watts, was because of this one here. I like both of your answers. I'm asking this question because of this one here. You have people really, they're talking out of both ends of their mouth. One time they're saying, oh, you have to build around your quarterback. And that's what everybody say. You have to build around your quarterback. And I'm like, that's crazy. You should ensure that your quarterback has the infrastructure so that he can come in and be successful. What do you mean by infrastructure? You both said it. You got to have offensive line. And hear what I'm saying. I'm a New England Patriots fan, and I've been a fan way back, and we had a quarterback that went to the Super Bowl. And this quarterback, he was second in the running for MVP of the league this year. But his performance in the Super Bowl was not well. Let me stop you there. His performance against Denver was dreadful. He was horrible. He looked worse. Him in that game and in the Super Bowl looked 3 times worse than anything Shedeur Sanders did. And he had more talent. But my point being this one here, they come and they use the excuse for him. Well, his offensive line didn't play well. So why is it, JR and B. Watts, and the same goes for Josh Allen? It's every excuse on his son. Josh Allen don't have no receivers. Josh Allen don't have no talent around it. Josh Allen ain't got this here. Josh Allen carried the whole team. Okay, I agree. I agree with some of it, but why is it that they get a pass, but the fans in Cleveland, some of them, are on the expectation, JR, that Shedeur Sanders should be able to carry a team that has that he's playing with the help? If you saw the show, the help in the chat, give me a 1 and give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all seen the help, because that's
my wife's favorite movie.
Because what Cleveland did and the fans are doing, they're putting a little doo-doo in your pie. and then they want you to eat it. And people who watch the help and they put one in the thing, they'll understand what I'm saying. And this is the lie that's going on. They're telling us that Shedeur Sanders, he should be able to carry a team with the help. Explain to me how that's realistic or unrealistic, Mr. JR.
Well, look, I don't know if there's any Cleveland fans in the chat, you know, and no disrespect to any of them that's in the chat, but look, the Cleveland fans been losing for so long, man. They just itching for anything. They want anything to pop off at this point. What I say is unrealistic for them to have that thought. Yes, it is very unrealistic. You mentioned this beginning of the NFL season. Cleveland ranked 32nd, dead last when it came to overall talent of the team. Now, I know the defense was top tier, lights out, and everything. Like, huge credit to Jim Schwartz and his scheme. And you got cornerstone players like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. But the rest of your team, special teams was bad. We saw the blunders. Special teams actually cost them 2 games.
Yeah.
We seen the offensive line. They could not block all year. We seen a running game that was non-existent, right? We seen receivers that could not create separation, period, point blank. So, you know, look, for the Cleveland fans to come in and Shedeur absolutely brought them hope. He brought excitement. The namesake alone, Sanders, brings excitement. But for them to have that unrealistic expectation to say, well, he need to get it done no matter what, that's unfair. One, he hasn't been deemed a franchise quarterback of the organization. So that's why B. Watts give Josh Allen that pass, because he's a franchise guy. Look, this Drake May, second, third season, or going into his third season, they've already deemed him the franchise guy by the position he was drafted. So he's going to get that pass, right? Unfortunate for Shedeur, look, first round talent, he was drafted in the 5th round. So you're always going to be saying, do more with less. But that is an unrealistic point of view from a Cleveland fan and from the reporters to say, do more with less, when your roster is the last spot out of 32 teams when it comes to overall talent, B. Watts.
Yeah, I got to go with you, JR, on your last statement. He can't outrun that 5th round draft pick on him. He can't run from him. He can scatterboo all he want to, but it's stuck with him. They don't tag him. Huh? That 5th round draft pick. Yeah, they don't tag him. He can't run with it. And lastly, you go out there and throw them 10 interceptions, man. That people got doubts about you. No matter what happened during this season, no matter what Kevin did, no matter how the offensive line did, no matter what Josh Allen did. Josh Allen was a 1st round draft pick. He can get away with that. He's the franchise quarterback. Josh Allen is not in a quarterback competition.
Can I ask you a question?
The New England Patriots quarterback, Drake May, he's not in a quarterback competition. And what the fans and the Cleveland media are doing, they're identifying people who look like them.
I'm gonna let you reclaim your time, Mr. Watts. From the gentleman in Georgia, I'm gonna let you reclaim your time because I need to take a second here. Well, I got a question for you, Mr. B. Watts, the gentleman from Georgia, the great state of the great state of Georgia. I got a question for you. What number was Brock Purdy drafted in the NFL?
I think he was the last one. Whatever he was the last one. Pick.
He was so. My question again. Is the last one before the 5th round pick?
I understand what you're trying to say. You dealing with Cleveland now.
No, sir,
got trophies. Cleveland ain't got no trophies.
No. Well, you saying Brock Purdy didn't have no trophies?
I said the 49ers.
Okay, Trey Lance didn't have no trophies. I'm saying the 49ers. And he would draft, but this is where I'm going from the gentleman from Georgia. This is where I'm going. Organizations and people in power get to determine the rules. How is the rules applicable that you pick the guy, the last pick in the draft, and you got rid of your the third pick in the draft, in which you gave up 3 first-round picks for. You gave up 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. 3.
Right.
And you got rid of him and those 3 first-round picks, and you kept the last pick in the draft, and you built and you put the whole team around it. You put that whole infrastructure around him. My point is this one. That ain't when people come and hit that crap. Well, the league. See, this is what y'all said. We're repeating they lie. The league is, if you a first round pick, no, that's a lie. It goes with the power. But if the power deems that they're going to ensure that first round or the best player is going to get on the field, that determines who plays, because the next lie they'll tell you the best player is going to be the one playing. That's a lie. Shedeur Sanders was the best player. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing at all. And it all went with power. And all I'm telling y'all is this one here. And I'm going to give you your time, and I want you to go back with this one here. I'm not repeating their lies that fifth round pick wasn't nothing. If you ran an organization and you saw that fifth round pick is way better than everybody else, you build your organization around that pick. I don't care if it's Sanders. I don't care if it's Otis. I don't care if it's Dick Buster. I don't care who it is. And that's if y'all watch Harlem, you'll know the Godfather in Harlem. You'll know who I'm talking about. They got somebody on there named Buster, and that's what they should be doing for the people in Cleveland who screw over Shedeur. They need to meet old Buster, and he'll have something for them. But be wise, I give you back your time, sir.
I mean, me and you saying the same thing. You asked me what they would do. I'm telling you what they doing. They stuck with their draft pick, right, JR? In the past,
Yeah, I mean,
they said Dylan Gabriel was a 3rd round draft pick. That's who they went with. They said Shedeur was a 5th round draft pick. That's how they went. When you come to the 49ers and Brock Purdy situation, they got championship. They can afford to do that. Yeah, boy, you ain't no good. We wasted that. We'll eat that crow. We're going to start Purdy. He got the big contract. Now, it's up to Andrew Berry to do the same thing for Shedeur. It's the same thing. He got to do the same thing for Shedeur. If Shedeur go out there and they give him the full offseason, the full season, and then if they come away with a winning season, they can name him the starting quarterback and the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns and move on from this topic. That's just my take. You, JR.
Yeah, look, I see both sides of the fence, man. What I will say, Brock Purdy's situation was just a little bit different. Look, Brock Purdy went to a ready-made team. Before Brock Purdy even took San Francisco to the Super Bowl, Jimmy Garoppolo had him in the NFC Championship a year or two before that. So they were a ready-made team, man. They had the likes of Kittle and Trip Williams. They had just traded for him to get him from Washington. They just had made a trade to get Christian McCaffrey there. They had Deebo Samuels. So they was running. Fred Warner, they had linebacker, Greenlaw, all of those weapons that they had on the defensive side. So that team was just looking to, all right, we just need a quarterback to kind of get us over the hump. They went all out on Trey Lance. It didn't work out, couldn't stay healthy. And then Brock Purdy came in. He played exceptional. What can you do at that point? I would say the only knock on 12, he came in, he played good, he didn't play exceptional. Brock Purdy left no doubt. That's why 49ers was like, well, we wasted all them picks on Trey Lance. Well, let's trade him and see what we can get. He played exceptional. Got him all the way back to the championship. To the Super Bowl, matter of fact. Shedeur, he played good, but it's hard to play exceptional, Unc. And this is why I agree with Unc. It's hard to play exceptional when you the 32nd ranked team with talent.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know where the 49ers was on talent, but they was up there because they were consistently winning. Cleveland, on the other hand, they've been losing for a long time. So it's hard to play well and come in and just be the ultimate exception when everything around you is not good. I mean, your leading receiver led the league in drops too. That's crazy.
And what I'm JR, I love what you said. I love what you said. And what I'm gonna add on to that, JR, is this one here. Other than this Houston game, Well, I'm sorry. Other than the Tennessee game, he lost all the people that were starting after that Tennessee game. So
Right.
you were already 32nd. This is what people need to understand. You were already 32nd in the league in talent. Now you lose the people who were 32nd in the league and they were started. So you got their backups. So if they horrible, what do you think coming after them?
we saw it. Number 68.
68. That one coming.
68. I'm like 68. You before 69, and I like a little 69. But I'm telling you, I'm like, what? How 68 get so garbage? I don't get it. But that'll come over your head tomorrow. But that's another thing. But me saying this one here, B Watts. Let me say this one here. Why do we have this here? This anybody but Shedeur. I don't get it. We have this anybody but Shedeur attitude in Cleveland, and this is what gets me. JR, for you running the organization, you got the salary cap that Cleveland is under. You got the fact that they don't have any offensive linemen. You got the fact they got lack of receivers. Would you go and spend money on a quarterback and bring a quarterback in this year when you got all of these other things going on? JR, educate me, because I don't know much.
Absolutely not. I mean, what will be the point? Unless Deshaun Watson catch the Holy Spirit and decide to give back to the Cleveland organization and say, you know what? I am willing to restructure my deal and give y'all back $100 million. I don't see that happening because this money guaranteed. So it don't matter what he do. They can cut him. They can play him. He's still going to get paid and laid at the same time. Hopefully he just get paid and don't get laid no more, if you catch my drill. With old Deshaun Watson. But absolutely not. I would not waste my draft pick. I would not waste my salary cap to bring in another quarterback. You need to have Deshaun Watson in that building, Andrew Berry, begging him to restructure his deal. We can give you the money. Let us spread it out over the next 6-7 years. Whatever. You might not be playing football no more. Just get paid. Let it just pay you years down the line where you can improve the salary cap situation so you can build out the roster a little bit more. But, that's up to Deshaun Watson because he signed a 5-year deal for $230 guaranteed. But that's probably the best bet for Cleveland because he's not going to give any money back. So you bring him in. We need to restructure your deal. Let us add 3 or 4 more years onto it to shorten the money. Instead of us owing you $40 million a year, maybe we could just owe you 30 and save $10 million and use that money somewhere else. Or you just cut them all together, man, and just cut your ties. The money's already gone. Cut your ties and let them go. But financially, it don't make sense to bring in another quarterback, B. Watts. That's just me.
No,
B. Watts, before you say anything. B. Watts, before you say anything, put up what Rev said about JR. Put up what Rev, because he's flatlined right now. Put up flatline. Put a toe tag on my big toe. JR done killed me now. JR, you can do it, young fella. Congrats to Mr. JR Boxing. Another man down. Man, hands down, man down. It's your time now. Sports Talk with B. Watts.
Real great. Yeah. Andrew Berry, he didn't come out and say it, but you can read it lips when they ask him a question about the quarterback room. He gonna let Shedeur, Deshaun Watson, and Dylan Gabriel battle it out. They can't afford to bring another quarterback in. With the salary that Deshaun Watson is up under. I'm like JR. I cut him this year. Just get it out the way. I'm sorry. We're gonna go on and get it out the way. We don't make the deal. But when they made that deal, you couldn't blame them. Deshaun Watson was the best quarterback in the league for 2 or 3 years back to back. But somehow he got up on Kevin Stefanski, and it just didn't work. He got injured. Then he started having off-season problem, off-the-field problem, and it just didn't work. But I still believe Andrew Berry gonna fix the team better offensively this offseason that he done did in the past. If he don't get but 2 offensive linemen and free agent, that's a plus. That's a plus to me.
Yeah.
And it drives some more offensive linemen, and develop them. They got to be developed. You can't give up on them in 1 year. They got to be developed. Back to you, Unc.
Well, I like what you said there, both guys. This is what I'm telling you right now. I see him drafting 4 offensive linemen because he got 3 fifth-round picks also. And I see him packaging up 2 of those fifth-round picks and moving up, because that'll be the smart thing to do. Package them up, go up and get your tight end, another tight end or receiver with that pick, because you want to make sure, if it's me, I'm getting 4 offensive linemen, 2 receivers, a tight end, and I'd get myself a running back. And then I get my other people as unrestricted, undrafted free agents when it pertains to that. Now, let me tell people this here, because this is important. See you aunties, see you uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, brothers and sisters. Y'all need to keep y'all foot on the Cleveland media's neck. This ain't the time to be like, oh, now 12 got it and blah, blah. No. You need to let them know that we are not going to accept their foolishness on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Because if you go out there and you let off on their neck, they're going to do what they always do. They're going to lie. They're going to lie like a rug. They're going to keep up with these bogus things, because I'm seeing right now, you have it where they're talking about quarterback. You're talking about a quarterback that played for Green Bay that don't have more starts than Shedeur Sanders, but y'all want to get this man $40-some million. Where they do that at?
Man, they keep making up stuff, man. Anybody
but Shedeur. We're gonna give a man who they cut from every team that he'd have been on that he got rid of. But he have one good game with a loaded Green Bay Packers team that can run that football. And you're willing to get at that man might get a $50 million contract, because you got people out there that believe anybody but Shedeur. And I'm here to tell you, I'm telling you now, if y'all don't keep y'all foot on the devil's neck, that's on y'all. I'm keeping my foot on his neck every day, all day. But let's get this way, B-Wise. We done talked about old 12, and 12 is well, and he's gonna dwell when it comes to that Cleveland, when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. But let's go here and let's talk about them CU Buffs.
Yes, sir.
They got something going today. They finally got a defensive line coach. I'd say, my. And Coach Prime know how to do it. Coach Prime, one of them. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go, Mr. The gentleman from Georgia.
You said they got what? Mr. Chairman, they got what now? What did they do, Mr. Chairman? You said Coach Prime and the Colorado football team got a new D-line coach.
Yes, sir. They got a new D-line coach.
Who was it, JR? Who was it?
I ain't sorry with you, man.
What is a big time name here? Yeah. You know, Coach Prime said he loved coaches who have come from the NFL. School of Mr. Chairman. School of Coach Chairman. Was he from the NFL?
Well, he coaches guys that went to the NFL. He did a great job. He got 77 people in the NFL. So, he from New Orleans, the young man from New Orleans. It ain't where you're from. And let me tell people this one here. I got a question for people. People in the chat. Was Kirby Smart when he was a graduate assistant? Was Nick Saban the Nick Saban that you know right now when he was a graduate assistant? We all start at a certain level, and you go up and you build a name. So what I'm not going to do is go and say anything negative until I see the results pertaining to his body of work, because I'm gonna give him my plate tonight is open. It's open because I had some oxtails and rice, and it was good too, boys. Some sweet potatoes and some yams, and I got me some banana pudding in there. And I love CC. You wrong for telling me I need to get some birth control. You don't need birth control when you do what I just said do. I ain't never got nobody pregnant doing that, but that's another story.
Oh man.
So my point is this one here. Mr. Dante Carter, the new defensive line coach. Tell me, how do you feel about JR? Mr. JR, tell me, how do you feel about Coach about
Hey, can I
Coach
go get a
Prime?
Q-tip and clean my ears out because I want to hear this thing.
About Coach Prime internally promoting one of his coaches.
Hey, well, look, first thing I want to say is shout out to Coach Prime, man, for creating the opportunity for a young black man to move up in the coaching ranks. That's always a good thing because, like Unc said, you got to start from somewhere. My initial thoughts was who? What? Where? But look, it got to play out, right?
Why is he stalling? Why is he skipping? Do he need a tune-up?
Something I thought about. Something I thought about was the transfers and the guys that recruited.
He asked you back to coach.
That's what I'm speaking to.
Real, he flatlined,
Man, I'm speaking to it, man. I thought about the transfers that have been brought in and the hand that the young man probably played in getting those transfers here as well. And continuity, knowing a face, understanding a face, and what you're going to get from that person each and every day. But yes, my initial thought was who? But again,
man,
opportunities.
Mr. Chow, his time is up, Mr. Chow. He don't want to talk about this.
Themselves.
Yeah, this the first time, JR. This the first time, dog. You going around the Mulberry bush, that dog.
You gotta walk through that door when opportunity presents itself. So I hope the young man takes full advantage of the opportunity that he has, and I hope he walks through the door, and I hope he does an amazing job. But I did say, who is this? But it's to you, Mr. Watts, the gentleman from Georgia.
You should have did that when you first started me, dog. Hey, I don't know who is it, man. Who is it, bro? Educate me, Mr. Chow. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I mean, I don't know. Ain't nothing I can say, man.
Well,
ain't nothing I can say about him.
This is what we're going to do for Dante Carter, the gentleman. He's been doing this for about approximately 7 years, and he came from Prairie. Well, he was there last year, a graduate assistant at CU, but he came from Prairie View. He's the D-line coach there. And what I will say is this one here: we're going to provide that young man an opportunity to show us what he can do when you're promoted. Because what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to look at his body of work, because we saw plenty of people. Pat Shermer come there, and he had all kind of accolades. And what did he do? What did he do? He ran. He had Shedeur Sanders over there drawing up plays in the grass. Him and Travis to get the heck away from him. So I'm gonna give the individual opportunity to come in and do his thing, and I'm not gonna say anything negative pertaining to that, because I want to always ensure that everybody has a clean slate. Because he could come in. One thing I can say, I got a question for y'all. Tell me how y'all feel about Gunner. How did Gunner do with his internal promotion? And he's the offensive line coach.
Stop the press. Whoa. B-Watch, you might want to put your glasses on for that one.
Hey, I saw that red thunder coming through. I said, "Down."
You might want to put your glasses on for that one. Let me make sure I put my glasses on when I read this one. Excuse me, chat. It says from RDRD for $200. I repeat, $200. You might have to take your shirt off for this one. $200. Congratulations.
Hey, time out, man.
Talk
Hey, he
with
finna do
B.
time out,
Watts.
man.
No,
He
I'm just saying. Hey, grown men do a little something strange to change around here once in a while.
Hey,
RDRD for the 200. Congratulations, Sports Talk with B. Watts, for making one of the best top 10 Colorado YouTube channels. Congratulate everybody, give B. Watts a round of applause.
no,
He's
he
the hardest
RD around
working
those
man in YouTube, and amazing sisters like RDRD drop the
RD,
bag. Drop the
RD,
bag
RD,
on our boy
RD,
B. Watts. So shout out to
R.
RDRD. I'm sure B. Watts feel that love. Gentleman from Georgia, you got anything to say to that?
Hey, just want to say special thanks to RDRD. Appreciate your generosity in supporting the show of Sports Talk with B. Watts. She said once again, as JR said, congratulations, Sports Talk with B. Watts, for making the one of the best top 10 Colorado YouTube channel. Appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you, ma'am. And appreciate you for being a part of the panel whenever we reach out to you also. God bless you, as well as your entire family. Back to you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, gonna say this one here. RDRD, you can't take somebody like you to the Waffle House. You gotta be Ruth Chris and above when it pertains to her, because you got that kind of bones. Now I spent some bones in my days, but you a bad woman. I'm telling you, Lord, you right, Mr. Miami. Lord have mercy. Hey, what you better hey, guys, don't be in there hitting that young lady up on that chat. Don't be up in there
Move on,
DMing her.
sir. Move on.
She ain't got time for y'all DMing. But let's move on. Cause B Watts, boy, you see B Watts head shining. B Watts, boy, you do a chat like that, that'll make him move. Okay, JR. We had something called the black and gold. And that black and gold, we see the competition it brings. We see the bonding it brings. We see the iron sharpening iron. My question to you is this one here. How would this here new way of training in Colorado and competition in Colorado, do you think it will have a positive impact in this upcoming season, Mr. JR Boxing?
Absolutely. I think he's going to have a positive impact on. And the reason being, to me, it sets the tone early to say that everything is going to be challenged. Every position will be challenged for. Nobody going to be able to walk in and say, oh, I'm the starter, right? Because last year we could say, oh, well, Seaton, he going to start at left tackle. We already know that. We got DJ McKinney over there on the right corner. We got this person playing safety. Barnes going to be starting at defensive tackle. So you could kind of like start retrofitting a team already. Penciling guys in, pinning guys down in certain spots. Not this year. I mean, that first pick kind of blew me. It blew Sweetwine away. Shout out to Sweetwine, but it blew him away. Even he looked like, should I get up? What's going on? So that just lets me know the competition level. Every spot is up for the taking. Every spot is up for the taking. So the effort that you put in these workouts, the efforts that you put in going into spring practice, you can easily see yourself elevated to a position that you think you should be at. And that's all cultivated by Coach Prime and his staff by bringing together this spring draft portal, B. Watts.
Yeah, when the NCAA turned that spring practice scrimmage down, with him and the Syracuse coach, Coach Prime came up with a brilliant idea to me by letting his players pick whoever they want on their team, and they got to be held accountable. It roughed some feathers, I'm sure, and now they must go out there and prove themselves, not only to the coaching staff, but their teammates too. So I'm looking forward to see how this thing gonna turn out. When you really look at them, man, they really got a good team. They really got a good team. To me, I'm going to use JR what he said last year. It's gonna be dependent on the coaches, bro. They got the talent. The coaching staff got to get them ready because they gonna be. Can they beat BYU? Can they beat Utah? Those are the two powerhouses in the conference so far. So it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging, but if Juju and that offensive line, especially that offensive line, is right, disciplined, hungry.
The great, stop. The great gentleman for Georgia just did. He just messed up. You know you done messed up now. You know you done messed up. You know you done messed up. You do know you just messed up because all yesterday and the day before you would talk about some sweet wine. Now the great gentleman. The great gentleman from Georgia, please repeat what you just said. Who needs to be stepping up? The floor is yours, sir. I reclaim your time back.
Okay, let's go back to the draft, Mr. Chairman and Vice Chairman. The draft, the player said the first pick of the overall draft, they chose sweet wine. That's the facts. I presented my facts. I didn't say who's gonna start. I said,
what did you just say then? What the gentleman from Georgia? Please repeat what you. I ain't saying what the player said. I'm talking about the gentleman from Georgia. Please repeat what you just said about what somebody. His name is kind of sound like it. Some people say choo choo, but I think you said Juju. Could you please repeat that statement again, sir?
Okay. If you can stay off the mic, I can give my case. Yeah. Shit. Look, this your show. I get it. JR, if you recall yesterday doing my show, my live show, I said, hey, I'll just present the fact. I was just messing with JR and Steve about who was picked overall. But I know Juju should be the starting quarterback. Now, the fact he should be the leader of the team because, man, if your quarterback ain't the leader, I don't know what else to tell you about your football team in your season this year. If he ain't the leader, and then especially the players on the team don't believe in you. And it sounds like to me, to see you aunties believe in him, you believe in him, JR believe in him, the players on the team don't believe in him. And them facts. And if they did, they would have chose him number one. But to me, I haven't seen the young man play. Now, I know his dad, his mama, and he probably watching the show. I'm rooting for him, but I refuse to take that day away from him because his teammates chose him number one overall. You got a son that plays soccer. What if they say, hey, we want your son as our best player? We choose.
The gentleman from Georgia, your time is over. Gentleman from Georgia, your time is over.
This ain't Sunday night, so you don't run that. This Steve show.
My mic not be.
Hey, JR, a second ago he told me to shut up. He told me to.
We can solve that problem. But like I was saying, chat, I had to take them off stage for a while. Look at him. Like I was saying, I know Juju is a competitor. He's a good football player. I'm not saying he won't be the starter. I never said that. But what I did say, he wasn't chosen number one overall. And those are the facts. You can't take that or penalize sweet wine just because his teammates chose him first. I rest my case.
My mic back on.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what he do, man. That's how 47 do. That's how 47 do. He go out there. That's how 47 do. That's how he do. But let me put it to you this way. I want to congratulate Sweet Wine myself personally because I want Sweet Wine to understand this the big leagues now. All that high school stuff means nothing. All them accolades, people patting you on the back, you was the man, blah, blah. That means absolutely nothing. Sweet Wine, it's your responsibility. It's your duty to push Juju to the brink. That means if you go in there and you take it from Juju, oh boy, I could care less. Now, am I 1,000% Juju? I am, but I'm 1,000% the man. If Sweet Wine become the man, if he become the nature boy, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And if he does that, he's everything we want, because it's about bringing out the best, B-Watts. And something you said, what I like, B-Watts, you said, hey, my son is a pretty good soccer player. He's pretty good. I'll tell him, I got both of them. Both of them can do it. But what I tell my kids is this one here, and what I like what Mary and them said, it's not about, my son will go, they got surprised one time. I set my son on the bench, and everybody like, why is your son on the bench? I said, it ain't about that. When he gets his opportunity, he needs to understand he needs to put the show on. I don't care about who starts. I want to know what you're going to do when you get in there. When you get in there, it's your job to force that coach to say, I can't put him out I can't take him out the game. And it gets to a point he can't breathe sometimes. I like, man, you ain't coming out the game. You can say whatever you're going to say. You ain't coming out the game. Now, you might sit back there and you don't have to run back on defense one time, just stay midfield, but you ain't getting out the game. But the point is this one here. I commend Sweet Wine, and I want Sweet Wine to push Juju. And if he takes the belt from Juju, we're gonna be behind Sweet. I'm gonna have that flag up. Sweet Wine, just like when I watched Penitentiary. Too sweet. And some of y'all don't know nothing about Too Sweet, who married Jane Kennedy back in the day. And if you want to see something that was fine as wine and blew your mind, that was old Jane. But getting back to this one here. Sweet Wine need to push Juju just like all that Zach kid needs to push him, just like Ponder. This is what I want to ask y'all. Is it a good thing, JR, that CU is not giving people positions and talking about making it where they're coming, oh, that's in stone, that person started? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? JR, the floor is yours.
It's a great thing. Look, we saw what kind of unfolded last year right in front of our eyes. It just fell apart, right? At what point of the season it fell apart, who knows, right? Unless you in that building specifically, who knows? But we saw it on the field of play. It kind of fell apart, right? Guys came back from the first bye week late, things like that. It just fell apart. And we talking about, these are guys that were set starters on the team. So seeing that Coach Prime he's saying it's CU in front now. Look, you a player, cool, but it's gonna be this program in front now, and that's how you build. And Coach Marion, look, he had a great conversation with Deuce Scoop, man. Shout out to Deuce Scoop, he doing some excellent work. But Coach Marion said he learned something from Coach Sark. Coach Sark was going and getting the best QB year after year after year after year. And Coach Marion was like, man, I never seen that before. And he said Coach Sark was just like, yeah, I mean, that's how the competition got to go. And if you want to be in this room and be in a pressure situation and get the best out of somebody, you got to bring in somebody to challenge them. And look, I'll say it again, being a former player myself, being in the locker room around guys that I know that are guys, like that's that guy. Sometimes you move over to the side. Yep, that's the guy. And you find your role and you find your way to contribute to the team, because ultimately it's about winning, B. Watts.
Yeah. When you didn't win but 3 games, all them jobs up for Al, come in and compete. And what I like about Sweet Wine, he ain't bagging down. He talked that trash. He out there running. He doing everything he doing when they put him and Juju against each other. Oh, he putting that work to Juju. He putting that work on him. So it's going to be interesting to see which way they go with this quarterback room. Now, Wilson, he talking trash too. Isaac Wilson. I'm the only quarterback in the room that throw the touchdown on y'all Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. He said that. Matter of fact, I was there at the game and I saw that. Isaac Wilson say, hey, I'm the only one in this room don't throw the touchdown pass on y'all Heisman Trophy winner in Travis Hunter. I like that. I like that. Even though he's gonna be the third string quarterback, I still like that. Back to you, huh? Back to you, huh?
Well, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Y'all have been fantastic. Y'all are wonderful. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna provide y'all some information. I go out and I educate myself all of the time on financial responsibility. And Dukes the Scoop had a dude on there, his show one time, and the guy was talking about they're gonna start a little podcast, and it's called the Dollar Store Boys or something like that. You guys might want to go out there and look up, just listen to them for 15, 20 minutes, Dollar Store Boys. And when I promise you, I listen to the gentleman, and I do pretty good when it comes to finance. And they gave me ideas, and with some of the ideas put money automatically in my pocket because I didn't think about, I kept my money in certain banks. Banks for 20, 25 years and I had money, using this certain banks. And what I did realize, just listening to them, like, you always like, I don't want to move my bank. Man, them guys said, hey, just switch over and use another bank, and these banks here give you $1,000, $800 to switch on over. And I'm like, man, I should have did this a long time ago. I'll be doing this every 6 months, putting money in my pocket because those are things. But it's all about educating yourself. And it's all about just getting information. And that's the kind of time, if I'm going to listen to somebody, I want to listen to something that's going to add something to my life. Just like Sports Talk with B. Watts. We're going to put a smile on your face. If we don't do nothing else, if y'all ain't, if you ain't got your drawers in a niche or your panties in a niche, we're going to make you laugh a little bit. But I'm going to lead us here saying thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we're going to give the floor to JR to say some last words and B. Watts, because for me, I try to stay within my time. And young lady, ring my bell. Always a pleasure. I love CC Rev, all the wonderful people out there. JR and B. Watts, close us out, young man.
Look, it's always fun, man. Lighthearted, having a good time, man. Chopping it up, and giving a perspective, maybe a little bit different from what you're usually listening to, man. And that's what we hope to bring to you. That's what I at least hope to bring to you. Give you just a different perspective and thoughts and my opinions about certain things. But again, hey, you top 10, B Watts top 10. Hey, that's something to shout hallelujah about. And I gotta give my man his praise again, man, because seeing it from the beginning and going all the way up, man, it just I hope you're tenfold. I hope you're top 5 next time. Top 2, and you ain't number 2. That's what I'm talking about. So keep climbing, B Watts, man.
Appreciate it, JR. Once again, want to thank Uncle Steve for an outstanding job of hosting this Tuesday night show. Put it down in the comment section, Uncle Steve, for me, if you don't mind. Once again, thank him for hosting. Appreciate everything that he brings to this broadcast, along with JR Boxing. It would not be a successful show without neither one of them. And I just want to say how much I appreciate y'all. You got wives, you got children that you have to spend time with, but for you all to take time, an hour out of your day to join the show, I'm highly appreciated. And may God continue to bless y'all and your family going forward. Once again, chat, y'all the best, and I appreciate y'all. Appreciate your RD for your lovely donation, and we appreciate that. Until next time, y'all be blessed, and may the grace of God be with you. Back on you, Unc.
Like Russell Simmons. God bless. Good night. Have a good one.